Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Martyna and welcome to another craft therapy session in which we create for the joy of it. We spend time together creatively, we relax, we have fun, we don't overthink things, we don't worry about anything. We just spend time doing something, anything creative and chatting about everything. Okay, so if it sounds like fun, I hope you join me. I hope you grab something maybe to drink. I hope you relax, take a project that you feel like working on, and let's do something fun. So guys, today I have something a bit new. I mean, I haven't done this before, but I have been wanting to do this for a while now, and this is going to be like a glue book, collage book, made out of a magazine. So I will show it to you in a second. And in this, every page is going to be collaged. And after that, well, I have a full intention of, when this is finished, when this project is finished, of cutting these pages up for ephemera, pockets, cards, tags, everything. Yeah, we will see how we go about that, because by the time we are finished with this, I might be so in love with this book and these pages that I will not want to cut them up, but we will see. So these gorgeous papers I will share with you in just a second. But my idea is what I have here. And by the way, if you see random things on in the edges of the frame, sorry, my desk is such a mess. I'm doing like 5 projects at the same time and it's impossible to keep it clean. But I have a random magazine here, so this is just a free like a promotional magazine from Rossmann, which is like I don't know if a drugstore is a correct word. Well, I don't know, maybe you guys have it as well, but this is where you get like cosmetics and shampoo and makeup stuff. So I got this magazine, and this magazine is a little bit over 200 pages, I think 202 pages front and back. And so my idea is I am going to glue 2 pages together and then collage this side, so kind of the front, let's call it, with whatever I fancy. So maybe pretty papers, maybe some fussy cut flowers, maybe some scraps, so whatever it may be. And then the reverse I'm going to cover with something more neutral, so like blank pages, scraps of some sort. So basically the idea is that when I'm done and I want to cut this up, I can just cut a piece and have it collaged on the back with just some tea stained paper or something like that, and so it's ready to add to a journal, and you can write on the back. So that's the idea. I will also cover the front and back covers. They are thicker, so I don't need to glue these together. I will, because these pages are so thin and flimsy, I will glue 2 of them together, and also I don't want to have to collage 200 pages. I would probably never be done with this. So also it's bound to get super chunky, I think. So we will see how we go. Yeah, and so that's the idea. I hope you like it. I hope maybe you will join, maybe take some book or some magazine that you don't like, I don't know, don't need, and yeah, let's collage. And what I have here, so I think I mentioned it in maybe last video that I have actually treated myself to some amazing digitals from some of my favorite artists on Etsy. So I just wanted to quickly show them to you, and be sure to check out the links in the description box. I will have links to their shops for you. So this first set is from Tracy Fox, and just before I show you very quickly what I have here, I printed these on on copy paper. However, it is thinner than your regular copy paper, so it's not 80 GSM, but it's 60. And so I thought it would be, first of all, I kind of love it. It's so, I don't know, old and delicate. But I also thought that with so many collages in this book, it would be nice to keep them as thin as possible. So that's why this paper is thinner. And yeah, so this is from Tracy Fox, and this kit is one of her newer kits. I think I have it upside down. And it is incredible. As you can see, these are just collaged papers and pages and pages of collage. Gorgeous, amazing. I think she called it pretty backgrounds, pretty papers. I don't know, but if you browse her shop, you will just find loads of things that you love. I'm sure of it. So that's Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals. Then this is from the amazing Rachel, Roxy Creations. And look at this, you guys. Oh, I think I got 3 of her kits. And this one, I think maybe this one is called Pretty Papers. Oh, I'm hopeless with names, but look at this, you guys. Look at this. These are stunning. I think these are from a different kit than the first 2. But they are just gorgeous, and I'm so happy to finally have some of her digitals. I really love what she creates, both digitally and of course on her YouTube channel. But this kit, oh, I'm going to use it so much. This is the same, you know, it's my style, it's my colors, it's purples and pinks and blues and flowers and vintage. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. It's perfect, Rachel. It's stunning. So there is that. And then I also got some of Amity Bloom's new and not so new kits. So I will of course link her shop below, but look at those, you guys. Look at those. I think these are from Everyday Journal. Then this is one of Marielle's concept journal. I think she has 2 concept journal kits. I got one of them. But these are just stunning. These patterns, these these patterns, these papers, they are just so inspiring. So inspiring. So yeah, lots to work with. I'm just getting inspired, just, you know, flipping through them. So many ideas, so many color schemes to create in our glue book, which is exciting. And then I also printed some of Lorna's papers. So these are from her coffee and avocado dyed papers. So these are not new to me, but they are some of, like, some digitals, you know, I print and print and print again, and I use them, and I never get bored of them, and this is it. And I also printed some of her stunning wallpapers. You guys check out her shop if you have not, but you probably have, because I talk about her every occasion I get. But she has amazing stuff. Look at this. Oh, incredible, incredible. So you will see more of this when we create. And then I also printed some from Medieval Mirage, from Jarv's shop, another incredible shop. Look at this, for instance. This is her Illuminated Flora kit number 1. I think it's just flawless. My printing is not flawless, as you can see, some uneven edges, but the kit is flawless. Yeah, stunning. Okay, you guys, so enough of me chatting. 10 minutes of this video is behind us. Let's do something here. And I am wondering, excuse me, I will probably be using glue stick for most of these collages, but for this first page I might use double-sided tape because it is slightly glossy. And another thing I forgot to mention is I'm going to fold like my pages, and I'm going to leave a margin where it's going to be easy to cut off the page if I want to then cut off the whole page, which might happen. Okay, so I'm actually thinking that I would love to work with those new digitals that I purchased. And you guys, this page is just speaking to me. I think I coordinate with it today, which was not planned. So how about I take this paper and we do something with this. And ooh, this one is also very gorgeous. So let's take these two for starters. And do I want to maybe match them with anything here? Let's see. I mean, they all just go together so well. Awesome. Oh, I can't. I just keep flipping through them. Keep flipping through them. No, I think I will make this first one kind of Tracy Fox papers and the other one Rachel. So we will see how we go with time, because you know I'm not the fastest crafter. Okay, I'm a bit nervous to start. You know, the first page. You know what? No, I'm not going to start with the first page. I'm not going to give like so much pressure to myself, or put so much pressure on myself rather. I am going to start inside. So let's take a glue stick and glue those two first pages together. And I'm doing it, like I mentioned, to add a little bit of like body to those pages, because they are very thin. And also, so just, you know, I don't have 200 pages to collage in this book. Okay. Let's go over it with my bone folder. Let's make sure it's stuck down. If not, we will just go back with a little bit of glue. No, but seems like, are those 2 pages? Wow, okay, they seem to be glued pretty well. All right. Let's start. I think I'm going to start just tearing papers. Now, let me start with this, maybe this piece here. Or I'm going to start with this paper. Yeah. So which piece would I want? I would like... No, I don't know how this paper is going to tear. I don't want to tear in the middle of the piece that I'm interested in. Okay, but it's not too bad at all. Okay, so let me take this piece with the flower first, and then this one. So they could be kind of at the opposite side of each other. Okay, this one I'm just going to put aside and use maybe as we go on, and I think I would love it with this. Oh, not bad at all. This paper is actually tearing really nicely. Okay, how about we go like that, like that, and that. Okay, and the tearing ruler that I'm using is from Amazon, and it is from the brand Joy Crafts. Joy exclamation mark Crafts. But I also know maybe another one. We could have 3, you know, the golden rule of collaging. It's often out of stock, this ruler, but I also know that We Are Memory Keepers also have this, like the very similar type of ruler. Alright, now I'm thinking, what do I have here? So here on the side, oh my goodness. Here on the side, I have my scraps box. As you can see, it's overflowing, and I've also added some bigger scraps to it, just so I can avoid bringing my big scraps box to to my desk, because it just wouldn't be good. Okay, how about some music? Some music paper. I don't think you can go wrong with music paper. I like this edge, but I'm going to tear it. Maybe I will actually tear it with the ruler, because I really want, you know, the edge here to be covered. Like I said, some of this I'm going to leave, but some I will just want to cover. So we have some music paper, and we can have it on top here. What else can we add? Maybe some Edith Holden. Let's start with the biggest pieces. You know, I like to start with the biggest pieces. I have some text. What is this? The Tragedy of Macbeth. Yeah. Yeah, but it's page 31, 32. So I don't suppose anything too gruesome is happening at this point. How about this? Yeah, I'm going to take a piece of this book and add it here. Alrighty, and maybe I will actually have 3 pieces of this. So for me, I like to have either 1 or 3 of something, but it's definitely not like... I've done plenty of projects when I had 2 of something, and it was still pretty, you know. I still thought it looked good. So this is just something that I believe is helpful when you are a beginner and you don't yet know maybe what will look good on a page. Then I would definitely suggest trying with the rule of 3. Okay, I like it. Maybe even like this. Okay, what else could we add to this? I'm loving it already. Now, I don't think that any of those, or maybe they would. Let me see those avocado papers. Maybe they actually would fit. Okay, they look gorgeous. So again, I'm going to tear a piece or 2. Let's see, could I just add it underneath everything here? I think so. I think so. Okay, so it's settled. This is going to be my piece number 1. Let's see if it will look right, but I don't think anything could go wrong here with this. Yeah, and then we will need something to, yeah, okay, you guys, I think I'm going to start gluing. Here's my glue. Okay. So, yeah, so I decided to use glue stick because I am, this is not that glossy as the cover is. So I think the glue will do just fine, and judging how well it actually glued our pages together, I don't think there's anything we have to worry about with glue stick in this case. Okay, so let's put it here, and I am going to need to trim it a little bit off here, but that's okay, we can do it kind of as our last thing. Okay, then the next piece, I suppose, would be I think this. So I always like to start with bigger pieces when collaging, because it helps you cover up the page very quickly. And you know, as you saw with me trying to collage on the cover, everyone can get intimidated of a blank page, and that's totally normal. And adding bigger pieces first kind of helps you remove the stress, remove the anxiety, because you're covering it up very quickly. Okay, now I want to get close to the edge here. Oh my goodness, I love this. I love it already. Okay. Then I'm thinking this one. And then, so when I collage and start with those bigger pieces, I then go back and collage on top of what I already have, adding some smaller pieces, and it creates a nice layered look, creates a lot of interest, adds a lot of interest to the page. Okay, this way. This will look like that. So it adds a lot of interest to the page. It looks like so much more have been done. So much more have been done. So much more work, sort of, than it really has. So it's a good way, if you're a beginner, perhaps, or you want to try something that I swear by, then try adding. Maybe I will tear this edge a little bit, because wow, this glue really glues it down very well. Just to have a bit more of a torn edge. And then this piece. By the way, have I mentioned it? Oh my goodness, I don't know, but my printer is Epson EcoTank L7160. I often get questions about this. However, so it's not the cheapest, but you know, I do it kind of for a living, so I really wanted a good printer. However, what I have found is that the biggest difference in print quality often paper that you use to print on often makes the biggest difference in the quality of the print. That's what I'm trying to say. So I used to have a very cheap printer, and you know, when I used the what's it called, matte photo paper, or photo paper in general, I prefer matte than glossy. It printed like a dream. The only reason that I changed it to this, to the one that I have now, where there were two reasons. First of all, this eco tank option, which just means that you don't have to buy cartridges for your printer. You can buy ink in bottles and refill it yourself. It's so much more economical, and I can print. Oh, no, don't want to tear it. I can print so much more for the cost of, you know, for like a small percentage of what I would pay before. Okay, I think, oh yeah, this is not gluey at all. So eco tank. And the second reason why I changed my printer to the one that I have now is that my previous printer, this one is a photo, it's advertised as a photo printer. My previous printer was not. It was a regular cheap printer, and it did not do well with thicker papers. And matte photo paper, even the thinnest one that I could find, was still thicker than copy paper. So because I really wanted to print on this photo paper, I decided to change. And yeah, I'm happy. And it also prints on this thin paper, which is great. Okay, let's remove the edges. Which is great because, oh no, I think I left my big scissors in the other room. I've been doing some fussy cutting, a lot of fussy cutting. Pretty much most of these I fussy cut with my giant scissors. You guys, I don't know what it is about. I have those precise Tim Holtz scissors, and I use them for like tiny elements, or for when you have to cut, you know, inside of a flower or something, inside of the image. So I use them, but I really like to fussy cut with my giant scissors. They're really good, surprisingly good for it. Or maybe it's just a weird preference. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys, would you look at this? How stunning it is. I could just leave it like that, these colors, and working with Lorna's papers, I mean, oh. So like I said, leaving this margin here, that's okay, it doesn't bother me. I prefer it this way. I think that because we are going to have so many collaged pages here, maybe it will be even easier on the binding of, you know, on the binding of this magazine, because surely it was not designed to be chunked up so much. Okay, so now, what do we do now? I think I would like to add maybe some more of this, just 2 smaller pieces, so that we have it in 3 places. Okay, let's take one, maybe like this. Okay, so I don't know where it cut me off again. Oh, jeez. But Oops, excuse me, my phone buzzed. So as you can see, we are now starting with smaller pieces. So I'm adding 3 of those, or 2 of those, so that we have 3. So that's going to be step number 1. I could do the same this way. I could do the same with music paper, perhaps. So add it in 2 more pieces, just smaller bits. Maybe one like this. Just want to make it a rectangle because this is the shape that I feel comfortable with. And the same thing here. Just going to make it a bit more even. Awesome. Isn't it just gorgeous? Okay, and how about, where do I want it? Maybe here or here? Let's see, maybe this one here, and then this one could go here like this, just a little bit smaller so it doesn't cover my flower, or Tracy's flower, but you know what I mean. I really would like these flowers to show. And I'm also thinking, because I've just fussy cut some pink flowers, that we could make this a flowery page, which, you know, is my comfort zone. So it's fitting for craft therapy. We don't have to step out of our comfort zone during craft therapy sessions. We do what we love, we do what we are comfortable with, we do what makes us happy, and this, what I'm seeing here, is making me incredibly happy. Okay, let's browse through here and let's see. Maybe too many flowers is not good either, but basically let's see if we can find something interesting that we can still add. Well, vellum is always an option for me. No, vellum. So, and I don't know if I have any more vellum pieces here, but I definitely have a lot in my big scraps container. And if you'd like to see how I organize it, how I categorize it, as you can see, it's not super organized, but how I categorized my scraps, how I sorted them, you can search my Organize With Me playlist on my channel. You can click playlist and all of my playlists are there. So there is one for Organize With Me videos. There is one there at this point. How about some lace like that? Could be nice. Okay, let's leave those. Oh, I know what I would like to use. Okay, let me keep at it. Let's see what else we have here. There is some of this, but no. Oh, there is some vellum, which is great. But give me a second. So I think I would love to use a doily too. And now I have these, which I coffee dyed or tea dyed. Oh yeah, I think it's going to be perfect. So happy. This is making me so happy. This no white one. No, I don't think. Well, it would be nice, but I think this coffee stained is better. No. Okay, so I'm going to keep 2 of those right here. Sorry for bumping my desk with my chair. Going to take a sip of my tea. let's see about this lace. So these scraps are from, where's my ruler? Here. Oh, I also grabbed this, but not. These scraps are from some printing that I did and probably cut some pages to fit in my journals, and they are from Lorna's lace kit, and this is another one of her kits that I just keep reprinting and using because it is amazing. So she has like those lace, like printable lace backgrounds pretty much. So I think some of that would look nice here. So let's take maybe a thinner piece and try to add it somewhere. So, you know, I always say this with collage, that you build layers upon layers, and so it's completely normal and expected even that you will cover some things up, you know. So don't worry about this, and don't worry when I cover some things up. This is part of the process for me. I am just, you know, enjoying the process, having fun, and yeah, I hope you are too. Okay, maybe like that, and then you know that we need a third one. Maybe let's make it the smallest one. Oops, something is glue. Something is not stuck here. Okay, so where could I put it? Maybe here. Maybe. I don't want to cover those pages. Now, where will my doily go? I would love maybe a piece here. So like, I'd probably cut it in half. So I thought that we would be able to make like 2 pages per video, so 2 front pages and 2 back, so like 4 pages. But looking at the time now, it seems rather optimistic. But this is craft therapy. No need. Okay, I don't think I want these. No need to worry about the time. No need to worry about how much it takes us. Okay, now I'm tearing this so that maybe I can fit just a piece here somewhere. And the same thing with that, because it gives me nice grungy edges. No covering. I'm not covering the flowers. Ooh, oh, this is so cool. Okay, now how do we go about gluing this? Carefully, that's for sure. So yeah, so we don't do this. Yeah, so I love doilies, but gluing them down is a pain. Okay, now how did I have it? No idea. How about I just add it like this? Oh, this is so gluey, but okay, the glue will dry. It's going to be fine. Now, that's a part of why I don't really like glue stick, because ever since I can remember, ever since I was a kid, I always, let's see, it's more gluey on the front than the back. Ever since I can remember, I was getting glue on everything other than my page, that is. But we will persevere. Okay, I really need a wet wipe for this. So let's see if I can find one. Okay. Not very wet, unfortunately, but okay, I would like some some ledger paper here as well, maybe. I had this, I think I might have used all of the scraps already, but I had some scraps of this ledger paper which was a little bit pink, you know, the lines were pink, something like that. So maybe I can find a page and we can make some scraps. Who said we can't make more scraps while doing it? In fact, we are probably going to make more scraps, as it usually happens with collaging and paper crafting in general. Okay, let me maybe take this and try to remove this glue, this excess glue. Okay, what else? So now let me check about this ledger paper. Yeah. Okay, I have this, and let's see. Oh, that's an interesting handwriting. Let's see if I want to use it. So I actually folded it. I think I wanted to add it to a journal, but then it turned out the pages are too brittle and they started tearing. And I could, of course, add some washi tape. Maybe I shouldn't do it on this. Oh, there is still glue here. So I could add some washi tape to the spine or to the crease to make it stronger, or some other paper, but I just thought, no. No. Okay, how about this somewhere here? Oh, I love it. Now, do we want 3 or do we want 1? That's a question. I definitely want some scraps with this pink. This pink just looks good here. So how about I take another small scrap? It could go here. I think so. And then, oh, this is a nice one. Sorry if I'm out of frame tearing, but it's just tearing paper. Do we want that or not? Or maybe we just want 1. I think for this we are just going to go with 1. So these go to my scraps box and they will be used some other time. Now I think I'm going to use some wet glue with this because no, I think because if I remember from using this previously, glue stick didn't work super well with those, and I would prefer them to stay. Okay, now I hope you guys are enjoying this collaging session. I find collaging to be most relaxing, you know. I just, yeah, this is my downtime, this is my me time, this is something I love. So I hope you are enjoying it too. Okay, so the last thing that I think we can add here before we try some flowers on is going to be some, no, I just thought, how about some posters? See, you guys, this is going to be an endless project, so I have to time myself. I just thought, how about adding some postage stamps? Wouldn't that be great? And you know what? Yes, it would. It would, in fact, be quite great. Okay, maybe smaller. I like vellum because you can still see what's underneath it, but it adds another texture. Oh, so how interesting it is here on this flower. You can barely see it. And so I'm going to use a third type of adhesive today. Going crazy with adhesives, and that's double-sided tape, because my glue stick glue doesn't hold the vellum very well. No, I'm just thinking maybe I will ink the edges of just these vellum pieces. My glue stick doesn't hold vellum very well, or tracing paper. My wet glue, well, you can see it through, so that's not attractive. And double-sided tape is just great. Just works really great. Maybe like this. Oh yeah, see, you can, well, don't see. you cannot even see the double-sided tape there. It's perfect. Okay. So oh, would you guys be so kind to tell me in the comments when... Now, do I want it here? Just a sec. Inking. When or which days of the week do you prefer to see videos from me, or when you are mostly watching YouTube? And also, if you could give me a time of day and maybe let me know where you're from so I can check the time zone. I would love to know, because I get some analytics from YouTube, but I don't know. I have no way to verify it other than ask you guys. So if you could just tell me when is the best day and time for you to see a video from me and to craft with me. Of course, I know that not every week is going to be the same, but, you know, just in general, I would be very grateful. Okay, I love it so much. Now, I am going to take, oh, here it is, my box of postage stamps, and see if I can find something, and, you know, I think I can. Something that fits the aesthetic that we have going on here. Yes, I don't think there's going to be any problem with that. The problem might be us using too many things kind of fitting our color scheme. Okay, no, I can't, you know. I can't, because I would spend hours picking just postage stamps. Hours. Okay, how about this? Or do I prefer it maybe? No, I don't want them to be in line, in like one line. I don't want these to be parallel like this, so I'm thinking here is the best place for them. And they are so gorgeous. I think I was gifted these by the amazing Sophia from China, and I love them so much. I just love postage stamps so much. And it's one of my biggest regrets that when I was a child, I was collecting postage stamps. You know, I had this album, or albums, plural, and me and my sister were just collecting some. They were from my grandfather, and we were just collecting. Okay, I'm thinking now, I think I moved this one too far here, so I'm going to put it here. And so, yeah, so he handed them down to us, and we were collecting. We had some gorgeous stamps, you guys. And then, you know, as you do before you discover the world of junk journaling and crafting, paper crafting, we gave them away. My mom actually gave them to, I think some preschool or maybe something like that for the kids to play with, which is great. I want kids to have nice things, but to be honest, I would prefer to have them myself. Alrighty, a little bit of tea. I am absolutely in love with this. Okay, so let's see if we can add any of those flowers, any of those pinkish flowers to our collage. Okay, let's see what our choices are first, maybe. So I'm going to pull out the pinks and maybe purples, no, pinks. This one, a lot of fussy cutting here. I like fussy cutting, but you know, it takes time, and I often feel that you fussy cut for a few hours and then you can use them up in like one project. Okay, I also have a mess here, which is my die cuts. Yes, die cuts is the correct word. Okay, how about we start somewhere here? Isn't that just perfect? Now I have some are in pink, but I don't know, this is not the right pink. I think it's maybe a bit too bright. And I also have some of these craft ones that I like to, yeah. Wow, look at this, you guys. Okay, let's keep going because we still have the other side to collage, although it's definitely going to be easier, given that we are just going to be, well, okay, I'm not going to say that because then I will probably spend another hour just collaging plain papers on the other side, which is not what I plan to do here. Okay, how about these? No, not on this page. And how about this? Yeah. And I had one, oh, here it is, a tiny one. So these I die cut with various colors, as you can see, of cardstock, using Tim Holtz wildflower dies. Okay, I think this is perfect. And you guys, before I'm going to glue them down, I am going to now, how am I ever going to cut this up? Yeah. Just a moment of reflection. Okay, I'm going to use my my gold paste or gold wax, and I'm going to just add a little bit of shine. I bet you that some of you were wondering, is she going to add gold? Well, yes, she is. Alrighty, just a little touches, you know, here and there and everywhere. You could do the same with gesso, for a slightly different look, of course, but still pretty. I really like adding gesso. I have been really enjoying doing it lately on some collage projects. Okay. So, time to glue those flowers down, and I am going to use my red glue again. I hope I have enough. And yes, because it's it's more precise. And the glue that I'm using is the same glue I always use, and it's a Polish brand. It's called Magic Glue, and it's very, you know, characteristic with this red tube, and the glue stick is also from the same brand. And I believe you can find it sometimes on Amazon. So if you're interested, I highly recommend. I wish it was available, you know, worldwide, because I highly recommend. I use these glues for everything. The glue stick is the best glue stick I've used because, yeah, like I said, I've always really disliked glue sticks, not only because I was always gluing my fingers and everything else than my project, but because I never found them very permanent. And this glue is great. And then these, well, I use them, they glue down anything. Paper, wooden elements, fabrics, laces. I use them for everything. So if you can ever find magic glue, here, this is what it looks like, magic, on Amazon, then I definitely recommend it. Okay, then this one. Now that I mentioned the gesso, I'm actually thinking maybe I will add a little bit, a tiny bit, very quickly, a tiny bit of white gesso with my fingers, kind of in the same places where I've added my gold, to make it a bit more soft and to make the background look a little bit more distressed. Okay. Awesome. And then, how did I want this one? Maybe like this here. So this little guy, and I think I will trim the stem. And glue this little guy first. And then add this one. And then we will very quickly decorate the back of the spread. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you think? I love it. Okay, gesso, finger, and let's go. Just a little bit. Again, here, there, and everywhere. Maybe a little bit here. Okay, the stamp is not necessarily on the stamp. Okay, now I don't like it. There is some kind of a puddle here. So this is going to have to go somehow. Let's lift those bits up so we can slip something here and cover this up. You know, that's a beautiful thing about collaging. You can always cover everything up, you guys. You can always cover things up. So now I have to decide what I would like to cover it up with. You can always go back, you can always redo things, you can always cover things up. How about a little bit of Edith Holden? Beautiful handwriting. Well, I suppose it's her handwriting. I don't actually know. Oh yes. Yes. I think I think it fits perfectly, and I like how it overlaps this stamp. So I am going to slightly ink around with just what's left on my sponge, because the rest of the papers look very vintagey, and this one, even though it's yellow, it just seemed not vintage enough for this page. Okay, so here's a tip for you. Don't mix your gold maybe a little bit higher. Don't mix your gesso with your gilding wax, because it doesn't look attractive. Not a good look on the page. But you know, you learn something new every day. I certainly do with my crafting. Okay guys, what do you think? Tell me what you think. I hope you love it. I love it. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, let's go to the other page. However, just because I have some of this glue still wet here, I should have some baking paper here somewhere. I was just using it for another project. Now, baking paper with its waxy texture helps things not to stick to one another. So it's good when you're, I don't know, maybe painting and your paint is still a little bit wet. That's a good tip, to put it in between your pages so they don't get what? What doesn't happen to them? They don't get stuck together. Oh, my thoughts are all kind of crazy. Okay, I think I want a bit of this leather paper, just because it's so pretty. And most of the pages or papers that I want to use on the reverse sides of our collages are going to be pages on which you could write. So they are going to be ready if I ever make these collages into actual journal cards. Oh, 3 of those, how handy. What else do we have here? Some thumb holes? No. Oh, this is a pretty. So this is like a back, or this should go like this probably from a book page, and it's blank. Okay, let's see what we have now. These, because they are going to all be similar. Maybe I will ink them up. Maybe. Okay, this one I'm going to put upside down, which is fine by me, leaving a little bit of a margin again. And then we have these, so we could put this there, and this one here. And so you're going to have an assortment of papers to work on, to write on, if it, like I said, ever gets made into, oh, I like this side better, more grungy, if it ever makes a journal card. Okay, what else could I use? Oh, how about this? Yeah, I like it. Some Tim Holtz, always good. I don't have, oh my goodness, I don't have a place to put my scrap scrap box. No, I think I prefer this one. Yeah, this one. So just outside the camera, I'm tearing the edges. Nothing interesting going on here, don't worry. Just tearing the edges and failing mostly. It's a thick paper, this Tim Holtz, which is great, just not for a tearing ruler, it would seem. Okay, so how do I put it? Do I put it on top of everything? No, certainly not. This could go over like that. And then we just have two little spots, which we could definitely fill with some music paper. Because music paper, just like Tim Holtz, is always welcome. And some of this. Well, this is an awkward shape. Where we can make it more rectangular. Okay, now I need one more, obviously, of the music. Do I have any more? I do. Right here. So let's put some music paper there. I like it. Okay, I'm going to glue it down and we will see if we want to add some details to make it perhaps a bit more interesting. Maybe some stamping. Stamping is a quick way to make your page more interesting, to add some texture, you know, my favorite word, texture, my favorite, probably most used word, but I do love texture, so it's important for me to add it. Okay, now I think go with this beautiful old book page. This is so brittle, so I have to be careful here. But once it's on a paper, glued down all the way, it's going to be absolutely fine. It's stunning. The color is totally, you know, natural aging, so it's amazing. Okay, this one goes here, like that, leaving a little bit of this margin. Okay, and then I wanted this, I think. This Tim Holtz music paper here. Oh yeah, this way. This is the way I want it. So another long video. I always try to make an hour-long video, you know, try. This is the goal. One of these days I'm going to make an hour-long video. But you know, every time I ask you guys, you seem to enjoy longer videos, and like so many of you said in the comments, and I totally agree, if someone wants to speed up the video, they can do it. If someone doesn't have an hour and a half to watch it now, they can always come back to it. So this is really, you know, I'm making the video and you can use it however you want, however it pleases you. Okay. Then this piece, yes, this piece. No, it will go over Tim Holtz. So let's go with Tim Holtz first. And is Tim Holtz supposed to cover all of this? No, it was supposed to be more like here. Wet glue for Tim Holtz because it's very thick. So I'm so relaxed right now, you guys, and I have been a bit anxious all day. Like I had a lot of stuff to do, which I did, you know, nothing bad happened, but you know how you get sometimes when you have a lot to do. And so I was going on about my day and just thinking, oh, I want to have time to film this new craft therapy session, and I'm excited that I now have had the time, and yeah, it really does help me, you know. Help me with some anxiety or, you know, usual stress of a day, and also with just enjoying creativity. Okay, I have no idea if this is where I was supposed to put those pieces. Like now I'm improvising, which is completely fine. We just need to cover all the blank spots because we don't really want this white anywhere. I think I'm going to add this one here, so a little bit higher than this one, so they are not aligned. Okay. And then we have one spot and two music scraps which are too small. So let's take another one from here. Maybe one like this. Yeah, and then a smaller one of those smaller ones, maybe this one could go. Maybe this is too big. No, but we do have a big space here for it. Now, oh, these are perfectly aligned, which is not my favorite, but we're going to go with this. When we cut those up, if we cut those up, they are not going to be here together, you know, and they are going to be on separate pockets or journal cards, whatever. Okay, here, and the last one, and I love how grungy it is on the edge. We just have to make sure we glue it properly so it does not start tearing. Maybe this way. Okay. So let's. Oh, I can't stop. Okay, I'm finishing this project. I just want to try if I maybe have some stamps that would fit this vintage aesthetic here. Which, you know, again, I probably have. I just. Ooh, this one. I love the yellow. Oh, look at these, you guys. They are just incredibly pretty. Wow. Oh my goodness. I am so... Wow, look at this magpie. I'm just so lucky and so grateful, and yeah, to have been gifted these. Maybe these. And now this is just some battle painting, so I don't know if it goes with the rest of what we have. So I'm just trying to see, how about this? yeah, it's a bit white, it's a bit whiter than the rest, so I'm going to ink around to just get rid of this whiteness a little bit. Oh, much better, much better. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with these. Glue them to the page. Glue them to the page. Maybe here. Oh, where's my anything? Here it is. Oops. I love the sunflower, and this one here that I'm just gluing is just the cutest. Now, what is this sound? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry if you can hear this. Yeah, but we are finishing the video in just a sec. Okay. Oh, I hate drilling. I hate the sound. One last thing. Which one? Which last thing is it? Okay, how about maybe just a couple of flowers. Oh, damn. I just can't stop, can I? Stop me, you guys. Just you stop me. Shout at me and tell me to stop. Stop adding things to it. But this is just so nice. I mean, you know, collaging. It's just so relaxing. So peaceful. Other than the drilling sound. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just one more. Just one more flower. What harm is in one more flower? Okay, you guys. This time I think I'm actually done. And I love this side too. And now, yeah. So I think maybe to make this process quicker, some of these I will collage like this, and these are going to be made into journal cards, so there will be some writing space. And some of these I will leave blank, or add maybe just a sheet of tea stained paper so we don't have a new magazine page. And these I will intend, you know, for pockets and tuck spots, so I will not feel bad about covering this side, because I actually love this side too. Okay, let's see it one more time. I love it. Okay, so we didn't do 2 pages like I thought we were going to do. That's okay. Let me know if you enjoyed it. It was something different for me, but I'm super excited about this book, and yeah, I don't know how I'm going to cut into it, but a long time to go with this. So thank you so much for crafting with me, guys. I know it was a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a relaxing time with me. I certainly had, and I am sending you lots of love and just, you know, just this relaxed energy for you all. I hope you feel it. And thank you for spending time with me. I will speak to you guys very, very soon in the next one. Bye.